Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly woo. We pulled Boar in reverse, Willow, and Citrine. Let's start with Citrine. This card and this stone, it is all about abundance. Citrine, you don't even need to cleanse this crystal. Its energy is so attractive, magnetic, and expansive. You don't need to clean it. This is all about making room for good energy, goodness, and abundance in your life. This means we have to let go of attachments that would hold us back from new experiences, that would hold us back from feeling worthy. Now, its animal totem is the grasshopper, and its essential oil is lemon balm, which is so ironic, right? Because we've been talking about essential oils and lemon balm, and 2 weeks ago, a daily woo was all about lemon balm and how lemon balm essential oil helps us emotionally to let go and release both resentments, grief, despair, but also it inspires us to clean our space. So I actually had a client who said they were using lemon balm and suddenly they were like, I want to floss my teeth. And this person began flossing their teeth again. So this is the kind of energy that I'm talking about. When abundance wants to come in, it always means that we also have to clear space for it. Now, this week we are in the dark moon phase up until Tuesday when we have an epic, juicy, fabulous new moon in Leo, which actually this is very much the energy of that Leo new moon. Now, but before, we always are in a dark moon phase before the new moon, because the new moon is all about seeding new beginnings, and I will be making a specific video on this new moon because it's so fantastic. But prior to it, it is a time to let go, release, cleanse, juice, fast, clean out closets, drawers, give things away, forgive people, write letters of forgiveness, burn them. This is clearing away for the new energy that's coming in with this new moon. Really important. Now, we also got Willow and Boar, but the Boar was reversed. Now, this animal, if you've ever hunted boar, which probably not many of you have, these are very aggressive, territorial animals. Now, when it's reversed, it's saying, perhaps we aren't standing up where we need to stand up because we're afraid of confrontation. So this week, as we lead up to this new moon and we're letting go, there could be some aspects of this new moon that we have a passion, we have a desire, we want to take action, and yet we may be afraid to do so. So Boar tells us, don't be afraid to go after what you want because you're afraid of rejection or because you're afraid of the no. I always say, what's the worst thing that happens? You get a no, you get rejected. So you pick yourself up and you move on. I mean, as an actor, I couldn't even tell you how many times I've been rejected for roles or auditions. It's just been a part of like my existence. So from my heart to yours, take the no, get up, and take a different avenue. Do not let rejection or no's stop you from moving forward on what you want. That writes Boar right side up. And therefore, this could result in conflict with people, and you're afraid to stand up for yourself. You're afraid to hold your ground. Boar says, be fearless in what you want to protect. Be fearless in defending your belief system, your territory, your desires, your passions. But mostly, this when it's reversed, it's about your internal relationship with what you want. And Boar is telling you, start dreaming big. Let go of what you have to let go of, these beliefs that you're not enough, these beliefs that you can't get what you want, these beliefs that you're broken, these beliefs that you're too old or too young or not rich enough or don't have this or don't have that. It's all what you believe. And Boar is telling you, confront those old beliefs so that you can take charge of your life. Now, Willow, whose key word is interconnectedness, is a very flexible plant. It's actually also considered a border plant because it's oftentimes on the banks of rivers and lakes or ponds. So it's kind of this go-between, deep diving into our emotions because its roots go into the water, but also the flexibility of our thoughts. That's the sort of energy we want to take on with this beautiful tree. It is my favorite tree. I'm so glad we pulled it. It also signals to us the lessons and messages around pain. It actually contains, the bark contains salicin, which is what created aspirin and painkillers basically. It's like the first natural painkiller. If you chew on willow bark, it helps with physical pain. But let's go deeper here, because I will link the heartbreak video here. As we're leading up to this new moon, which is in the sign of Leo, which is all about the heart, expansive, love, creativity, passion, children, the ability to know what you desire and go for what you desire. When Willow comes up, it's telling us to examine the pain, whether that's heartbreak or physical pain, because we know that anything that is manifesting physically has an energetic conception first. Everything is energy and emotional before it becomes physical. This is a law of this universe. So we're being called, especially these days leading up to this Tuesday new moon, to look at our pain. Now, one really very simple and easy way to do this is, if you're having physical pain, to close your eyes, go into the pain, and ask it, what do you want to tell me? What is the message here? What am I supposed to learn here? And then ask yourself, if this pain was a color, what color would it be? If it had a texture, what texture would it be? When is the first time I felt this pain? And let the pain speak to you. Holding space for our body to give us messages is one of the most powerful things we can ever do as a human. Our body is a tuning fork to the existence outside of us, to how we are integrating and digesting life. If we listen to it, it guides us through. It shows us what has to go. And as we lead up to this new moon, there's things that have to go. And our pain is going to show us what they are, whether that's emotional pain or physical pain. Love the willow tree. So what's wonderful is that then one of our oracle cards was attachment, but attachment in reverse. So this means that we're on to it. We know if there's addictions we have to let go of, we know what they are by now. I mean, the shutdown has shown us. If we are being codependent in relationships, we know by now, we know the pattern doesn't work, right? We're on to ourselves, which is so interesting, because when you get Boar reverse, it's like, we're on to it. We know it, we can't deny it. Once something is brought into your consciousness, you can't stuff it back down. But the Boar in reverse is kind of like, we're kind of like, oh, do I really have to commit, right? Do I really have to commit to this person? Do I really have to commit to letting go of this habit? Do I really have to commit to like letting go of this resentment? Do I really have to make these changes? Well, we also have the Storm card. So the Storm card often comes, it's kind of like the Tower card in the tarot deck, because the storm is what cleans the air, right? I live in California, and like rarely rains, but God, when it does, that air has been cleaned and it's beautiful, and you can see the mountains and you can see Catalina, and it's fresh and it's clear. And there's a bit of je ne sais quoi, like a electricity in the air. That's what we're aiming for, right? That crisp clarity, that ability to see far into the future. So there's a storm coming this week that's going to do that for us. Now, I always say, you know, we have Uranus is actually yesterday stationed retrograde, and we feel it 5 days before, we feel it 5 days after. We're in the dark moon leading up to this juicy, smacking, popping new moon. We may have some storms that are going to come help clear some things out before this new moon. Now, we also have this week, Mars is making a square to Saturn. So this can be where you have a desire, an impulse, you want to move in on something, you want to go for something, and then something may come in that just says, the timing's not right, or you got to jump through these hoops. And that can cause this feeling of storm within inside, you know, this frustrated because you're being blocked. You may feel like you're being blocked. But here's the good news. All these blockages are temporary, and the blockages are here with all these planets in Capricorn to show us that there is a timing that is divine and we must trust it. So, say you're really wanting to move ahead on something, you get blocked. What I want you to do this week is to go, okay, yeah, this isn't forever. This is just now. And I'm being given a gift of sacred divine timing so that I can really let go of everything I need to let go of, so I'm not bringing all this muss into the new situation. So that I'm really on point about what I want, what I'm willing to fight for, what I'm willing to defend, and who I am. So the storm comes up, right, inside of us this week because we realize, oh, there's more work to do before I can launch, before I can commit, before I can move forward, before I can take action. I have more to let go of. That's what I believe the first half of the week is going to feel like, because we also have our goddess is Freya. Unleash your adventurous side, take risks and be daring. Hello, wild boar upright. So after this new moon on Tuesday, we are going to feel a rush. I mean, this new moon is so beautiful. I'll talk about it in another video. This is where, you guys, there's a lot of attraction going around right now. And this is where the citrine card comes in as well. There is like new love brewing, new inspiration brewing, things that you may have been into a while back, and all of a sudden you have refound it. There is gifts from like past lives, if you believe in that, or alternate dimensions, whatever you believe. There is innate gifts that we are refinding, that we are re-exploring. And we do need to be bold with that. I think after Tuesday and the new moon is exact, if there are projects you want to initiate, then be bold and go for it. Now, again, I just want to reiterate, we are going to continue to come up against certain kinds of blockages really until January, February, and March. But these blockages, once again, I can't reiterate it enough, they are so that we go in and we fine-tune our desire. We fine-tune ourselves so that we are bringing our boldest, most abundant, right, strongest warrior self to every issue we are going to commit to. So for instance, if this is like a relationship that you really want, but the COVID blocks it or whatever, trust that there is a divine timing in this, and that the timing is there so that you are your most wise, most mature self when you do enter into it. So it's like you start something, but this week we can't fully embrace the entire situation. But we can have that beginning. We can have that passionate, sunny, optimistic start where we say, okay, this is what we want, and we're going to work towards it coming to fruition as the months go on, as the year progresses. Now, the attachment card, and I just want to read this for you guys because I really do believe in affirmations, and I tap them into my right ear, and if it's letting go of things, like letting go of fear or anxiety, I tap around the left ear. It's a shortcut to the EFT system. This card, its affirmation is, I release attachment and choose peace. I am strong, free, and able to choose what honors me. This is self-sovereignty. And when it's reversed, it says we already know. We already know what we have to let go of, and we're in the process of doing it. So this dark moon phase, up until Tuesday, you guys, so powerful. The more you can let go of, the more this like banging, bold, abundant energy can feed you on the other side of it. Now, our last card I want to share is, have you asked your angels for help with this? Your angels want to help you with this situation. However, they require your permission before they can intervene in your free will choices. Now, I made a video when this was all called Seeking the Sacred Earth about angels, and I may make another one. You can call them guides, angels, your own highest self, your self from past lives coming to you now, your future self coming back to you. the human ability to perceive existence is so limited. There is so much more going on around us than our senses can perceive, than our instruments can detect. This we know. And physics is really starting to get into this now, which is so exciting. So, benevolent energies, we live in a free will universe. It's a law. They cannot help us unless we as sovereign human beings ask for help. Now, for me, this took a very long time to understand. I was so resistant to the idea of asking for help, human, what I could see, or otherwise. It was when I was brought to my knees in a rock bottom situation, or a few of them, that I realized there was no other route out than to ask for help. When you ask for help, they are allowed to show up and direct divine intervention into your life immediately. So there's nothing too small either. And if this idea wigs you out and it seems so woo-woo, I mean, welcome to the good woo, try experimenting with small things like parking spaces. Pray, angels, guides, elders, whatever it is, highest self, whatever it is you feel comfortable calling upon. Can you help me get a parking space, a great parking space today in this situation I'm going into? And see what happens. Start small if this is a weird idea to you. But if this is not a weird idea to you and you understand this concept and you have a relationship with the unseen, this is the week to ask for help. Nothing's too small. Ask for help when it comes to letting go of these attachments. You know what they are. Ask for help that you are able to do it completely, thoroughly, and easily, and without withdrawal. And it shall be done. And say if this is, I have a lot of clients who are talking about, these relationships that can't really form right now because of COVID, or they're getting out of relationships because they've been, trapped with somebody for so long. This idea of asking for help from the benevolent forces that we cannot see, that there be divine timing and that you are given peace of mind as you surrender into divine timing. There's so little we can actually control, and one of them is how we feel and think. But everything else, I would say we need a lot of help with. And I would even say we need help with crafting our thoughts and learning how to use our emotions, learning to listen to our body and the sensations and the feelings that it gives us, so that we have the knowledge on where to act, how to act, who to be with. So you guys, I hope you have an incredible week as we lead up to this new moon. Do the salt baths, drink lots of water, again, lay in lakes, rivers, oceans, surrender as much as you can. And a great way to do that is just to stand barefoot on the earth, and all the stress and anxiety, imagine it going down like a lightning bolt into her center, and she will take it and transmute it. So this week also, after Tuesday, with all of this juicy new moon energy, it will be a great uplift. And I want to give just one word of caution, that you make sure as you begin these new projects and these new ideas and these new relationships, that you bless them, that you actually take time and bless the new initiative, bless the new project, bless the desire, bless the person, bless the journey, and invite in these benevolent energies, because you don't have to do it alone. And this new moon has just incredible aspects where that prayer is going to be answered in ways you couldn't even imagine. Like, it will exceed your expectation. If you ask for the help, if you call upon the benevolent forces that are literally waiting with bated breath to help us. Thank you so much for viewing. If you would like a private session with me where we not only look into how the specific energies are affecting you, but what you can do to really go after your dreams and solidify these desires, please email me at info@thegoodwoo.org, or you can head to thegoodwoo.org and look at the services tab. There are also some testimonials. Thank you so much for your likes, your subscriptions, your awesome comments, all of your feedback, and of course, thank you for the thank you donations, you guys. It means so much to me. Blessings to you this week, and look out for the new moon in Leo video. Bye-bye.